California seems to be speed running toward its own demise with bad policy after bad policy. The latest harebrained idea from the state's liberal lawmakers, actually it started with a union, a 5% wealth tax on the state's highest earners.
The problem, just talking about it, is sending billionaires running to red states across the country. Adding on to the exodus the state has seen since the COVID pandemic, with over 1.5 million people and counting departing the Golden State for greener pastures.
For more, let's bring in host of The Fixer on Fox Business and Fox Nation, Marcus Lemonis. Marcus, one of the big things is I'm not ignoring you. I'm looking down because Kara Swisher.
She's ignoring me.
She's scrolling, trust me.
Kara Swisher was interviewing Ro Khanna. Kara Swisher podcast host. We won't subject you to her voice. But she said, you made all your money in California, you ungrateful piece of blank. Mm-hmm. You should figure out a way to pay more taxes. We deserve the taxes from you. She said that to someone that she knew.
We deserve it.
But they're leaving because it might be retroactive if it passes to January 1 this year.
Well, we know that California has a budget problem. They have a deficit problem. And if you take these high earners who do pay their fair share on a percentage basis out of the state, what happens to the budget? It just implodes. The weather's beautiful, the real estate's beautiful, the water's beautiful, but the taxes, nobody wants to stay there.
You know, with California, it's always that story. Like, stupid policy, people want to leave. And at some point, you got to ask the question, can you redeem that situation? Because you're a business guy, right? Yeah. I mean, you want to open businesses where people are. California's a huge economy. Can California redeem itself, or is it losing too many of the people who care and retaining too many of the people who like this whack the piñata approach to rich people and business?
I think once the Democrats lose control of the state, which I think is going to happen at some point, people will flock back there because it is a beautiful place to be. I was in Newport Beach last week, and it's a beautiful setting. The weather's gorgeous. But if it's going to cost you 20% more to live there, between the gas tax and the wealth tax and all these other taxes, I don't know why people would stay there. But I do think it's fixable. But you're going to have Governor Newsom out of there for sure.
But just losing these evil, nasty billionaires, these are the, I'm kidding when I say that.
No,
they're the ones who have created the jobs in that state. And so I don't know how easily reversible that is. Once they are gone, they are G-O-N-E forever.
I think the bigger concern is this idea in California, we talked about it earlier today, is this idea in California going to spread to other places? And where does it go next? Is New York City the next place where people say, I'm just going to tax people until they leave, I'm going to redistribute wealth? And the demonization of successful people isn't always agreed to by the people that work in the companies, because if their boss leaves or their company leaves and they can't move, what do they do for a job? So I don't think they understand the destruction that they're creating.
Yeah, it's a ripple effect. It's layers of destruction, and it hits way more people than just the billionaires that the left loves to hate. I want to ask you about this as well. So we got college football champions.
Yes, go Canes.
Okay. So
why are you here?
So, okay, yeah, he's got to watch.
I love you, Dean.
No, he loves this. Great. That's very nice of you. Okay, so here's the thing now. President Trump wants to make sure that a potential new playoff system in college football doesn't interfere with the Army-Navy game. So he's kind of saying, I'm going to do an executive order. If you change this thing up, you can't broadcast these games on the Army-Navy game day.
Okay.
So what do you think about that? Should the president be doing that kind of stuff?
The president, I love him in a lot of cases. In this case, it's like probably not. But I like the idea of taking that particular game and building programming around it. That's fine. Maybe actually more people would watch it. So what they're looking to do is expand the playoff from 12 teams to 16. They need a couple extra weeks, or at least 1 week. That's the week where the Army-Navy game is. I don't know, make it part of the entertainment.
What's your over-under?
Well, I'm a little conflicted. The quarterback from Indiana went to my high school. The coach from the University of Miami went to my high school. The quarterback's father went to my high school. And so for me, it's a Christopher Columbus High School bowl. And whoever wins, I'll be happy as long as it's Miami.
Christopher Columbus High School.
That's where I went to school, all boys Catholic high school in Miami.
That's amazing. You've talked about, you really like the quarterback for Indiana.
What I like is what he stands for. He stands with his faith and his family first and football second. And that for me is partially, except for his unbelievable performance, that's why I think he won the Heisman, because people said we need role models who stand for faith, family, and then football in that order.
Is it okay to pray for victory, though? Is that
You
okay?
can pray, but I don't think God works that way.
No, I don't either. But
I'm hoping that he does.
You know what's a great thing to pray for? To play to the fullest of your potential.
And win.
See what happens from there.
pray that that everyone is kind of uninjured. That's
right.
Like that.
Here's the thing that is most fascinating. It will be the most revenue ever generated in a football game, including the Super Bowl. You take all the seats in the stadium multiplied times the average ticket price, which is now $5,100.
Really?
It's the most revenue generated. And so if you think college football is second to the NFL, you got another thing coming.
It's kind of two peas in a pod, I would say, at this point. Marcus Lemonis, you're the best. Good luck to your Canes.
Thanks, Kai.
I might be hoping the Hoosiers win it, but
Yeah, now
the
that
best team.
now that I live in Cincinnati, you kind of have to root for Indiana, Ohio, and Kentucky because it's kind of the
Or Miami.
tri-state area.
Hey, once you're done watching the game, make sure to catch Marcus on The Fixer Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on Fox Business.